Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm Dycart, and this is a new Let's Play series for a game I just discovered. I'm very excited about this game, and I hope that I can help spread the word and get more people playing. The game is called Rock God Tycoon. It was developed by Sebastian Negro and Panos Zimas. I apologize to the developers for butchering the pronunciations. The game is published by Ember Wolf. Alright, so I contacted Sebastian via their Discord server, and he was gracious enough to offer me a key. Since I stream on Twitch and create content here on YouTube, I'm hoping to get the word out about this great game. Don't let that turn you away. I made no promises to the developer, and I hold myself in no way responsible for skewing my opinion about it. So far, I've spent about 4 hours playing, and I already know it's well worth the current cost of $10.99 US on Steam right now. The game was released February 13th of this year. So it's been out for quite a while now. I'm very, very surprised it's not more popular. With only 2 developers working on the game, I really feel for them and their dedication. Unfortunately, the sales of the game didn't provide enough for them to continue working on it full time. One of the devs has moved on, literally to another country, to a new job, and the other has been forced to pursue other avenues, both making the tough yet correct decision to support their families. And I really support them in that decision. That's families first, right? But I hope that those of us that have come to enjoy the game can help its popularity enough to possibly warrant some more development in the future. But again, regardless, even if no development happens on this game in the future at all, it's definitely worth the price and a lot of fun. You can sink a ton of hours into it, but you can see a lot of places where it could be even more awesome, just mind-blowing. So anyway, it's a casual indie game that puts you in the role of a band member and a manager for an upstart rock band. As you'll see later in the video, there are more things you can do other than just manage the band, though that part is fun in its own right. So there's I can do their audio. I can, crank the music up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it down, but general game volume, performance volume. So if you want, while you're performing the songs, if you're doing it, that'll be a little bit louder. The soundtrack is cool. You can actually provide your own music. So if you would prefer to, you can add your own songs to it and play your songs, which is pretty cool as far as just background music. Everything's pretty standard. Video settings. And then control settings are for the rhythm part of the game, which is really cool when you get to it. If you want to do it, you don't have to do it. Currently, I don't believe there's any controller support or like instrument support for like a Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Although I don't see any reason why that wouldn't work if you just used a third-party program to map the keys for, say, your guitar to actual keys on a keyboard, so that the game would just see it as key presses. But there, you can mess with the calibration. I can't remember what mine was set at, but anyway, and you can have it auto strum for you, or you can do the strumming yourself. It's pretty cool. It's simple but fun and effective, and I could see how it could become really great. This is something I wish this was in, like Rock Band. I love Rock Band on my PS4. But I really wish they had stuff like this in addition to the playing of the awesome songs that they have. But anyway, let's start a new game and see how this works. I've already been talking forever, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing me just talk, and you'd like to see some more about the game. So let's get into that. These are your choices for your background, and they just each give you little perks. So this one gives you an extra 500 fans just to start the game, and you want fans. The more fans you have, the more people that are going to come to your concerts, more people that are going to buy your albums, and so forth. However, you can make fans pretty easy in this game, and it's the hardest part is traveling, because you're very limited in your starting city. So I feel like the 500 fans isn't something that I'm definitely comfortable going with. The +1 bandmate is great because you start with a bandmate that's got awesome stats. However, I've found that you don't know what perks they're going to have and traits, which we'll get into that a little bit later. So they could come in and be a klepto substance abuser that's just causing trouble, even though their stats are really high. Might not be worth it for you. Raised on Rock, a +7 in every skill. I mean, how could you go wrong with that, right? Bonus start on all your skills. And then the Piggy Banker, which is a bonus $1,500. I believe you start with $5,500. So that's good. It gives you some extra money, but I think I'm going to go with the +7 on every skill. And these question marks here will generate random stuff for you if you want. But let's go with this. I'm going to go with Hoda New Atari as my name. You know what? I'm just going to go with Hoda. That sounds more rock, right? I'm looking at metal. Let's see. They got Darkfish. I like that one. Cooked Donkey. I like that. Cooked Donkey. That's what we're gonna go with. I could have typed something manual in here. You can name it whatever you want. Cooked Donkey. We want to go with some. There aren't a whole lot of choices for logos. I don't know if you could manually put some image files in to have your own or not, but it would be cool if that was something they added. I kind of like the emoji thing here. Doesn't really fit Cooked Donkey, but whatever. I like drumming, so I'm going to be the drummer. Easy mode. You can select this for a bonus money, so that's going to put you at like $20,000 to start with. So that's definitely going to help, but I think I'm going to try to go without it and see. This game can be pretty difficult, so I'm going to give it a shot. All right, so click here to sign my life away. All right, so we start out in character creation like a lot of games. They've done a pretty good job with this. I really like their art style. But let's get this guy's going. I like his eyes. Nose, I know I want a hook nose. I just went through this in a previous, I actually recorded a previous episode that unfortunately had some technical errors. So I'm going to kind of speed through this, but as you can see, there's a lot of choices to make. I just kind of already know which ones I want to make. But you know, there's a lot of 10 different mouths you can choose. Eyebrows, you know, he's got all these, you know, you can choose all sorts of them. They're pretty cool. I'm just gonna go with evil. He's looking very metal right there. Hairstyle. I think I want to go with. There's a ton of them. If you look here, I can go bald or shaved. Okay. I'm either gonna go with bald or I could pay to get a haircut to start with, and I'm tempted to go with this mohawk. I kind of like the mohawk. I think I'm going to do that. So it's $30, but I'm going to go ahead and spend it. I could have changed that later. You can upgrade all this stuff later in the game, but I'll just stick with black as the color. Beard style, I'll go no beard. I kind of want to get into the game here, but you can choose all sorts of outfits. You know, all sorts of shirts and stuff. Of course, I'm going to go no shirt. He's a drummer, right? I mean, come on. And right now he's just in his underwear. But he's behind the drum set, and so I'm going to save the money, and I'm not going to buy any pants. I'm just going to leave him in his underwear. Same with his shoes. I'll just have the default shoes. And I'm not going to choose any accessories, but you can choose like necklaces, belts, and a right-hand accessory to go on his right wrist. But he's a drummer, so you don't see most of that stuff, so I'm not going to bother with that on him. You can add tattoos, but they can get kind of spendy. But, you know, there's a lot of different ones you can add. So if I just want a head tattoo, there's 4 different choices, and they cost money. Good stuff, but I'm going to kind of skip that. I'm trying to be as cheap as I can. I have the standard drum set. I'm going to go with the black on this one. Now, if you look here, that you have these 4 main skills. Let's see if I remember this. Star quality, so like fans and stuff like that. This is, I believe, musicality, like overall how good you are as a musician. This is songwriting skill, and this is instrument skill. And we can go into those a little bit deeper later. But I could pay money to upgrade my instruments and get bonuses to my skills. So that's something to think about in the future, but they do get pretty spendy. So I don't want to go with that yet. So I'm going to go with the black ones. Okay, so. And then he's male, and I'm just going to leave his skin tone, the starting. But, you know, I could, you know, there's different choices, but whatever. All right, so he's done. So yay, I just created myself. Well, not myself, but a band member. All right, so I'm going to pause the game right here. So you can hit space to pause, but as you see, it's not a turn-based game. It's time-based. So you can speed up time and slow down time, or pause it altogether. So I'm Cooked Donkey. I'm currently residing in my mom's garage. This is the name of the town I'm in. I don't know if that's Montpierre. I don't know, but that's the name of the town I'm in. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. I owe $300 rent at the end of the month. That's all I owe right now, but I need to hire bandmates, so that's going to go up. And currently I spent my $30 on my haircut. Wow, that's expensive. But, so that's why I don't have full 5,500. This is my fans. This is the overall star rating of my band. I've got my calendar. This will show me the week, but I can look ahead, on the calendar for quite a ways and book stuff ahead. General time. All right. So down here, your main options. This one's a map. You can see here you got the U.S. Every dot is a different city we can possibly go to. We'll have gigs, recording studios, places to do record deals, video clip studio, fast food bar, strip clubs, drug dealers, and rehab centers. So hopefully I don't need those last few at all. I haven't even gone to any of them, but I'm assuming that the drug dealer and strip club releases tension. But the rehab center might be something you'd have to do if you took too many drugs or something. I'm guessing. I don't know. I haven't delved into that. But you can click on a city and go deeper into it, and then you can see what's available there. So we have a recording studio, a food place, a cafe to play gigs, and a bar. So playing gigs obviously makes you money, gets you some experience, and gains you some fans. Recording is going to make you better at the songs. So that's pretty cool. Food, if you look in here, there's a tension decrease, and you can adjust how long you stay. So here I could stay for 4 hours and decrease 20% of the tension off of my bandmates, like all four, or just one or two, whatever. So I'm not going to do that one. And the bar is the same basic thing, only it actually relieves more tension, but you can't go as often because it gets you inebriated. But tension on your bandmates is something you got to really pay attention to, because if it gets too high, you'll have big blow-ups, and you could even have bandmates quit and things like that, which is not good, right? All right, so let's go to this next one here, and this is like a general band management stuff. So I could go in here and I see the stats of my drummer, and I could click on these other things and see the other stats if I had other people right now. Just general info. So my guy got him the +7 on all his skills. So he's at an 8. So his average skill set is an 8 right here. So that's how I can quickly tell his general level. I could edit from here and go in and change outfit and instrument and all that stuff still. And I can do that with my new band members as well. I could change my logo, name. So, all this stuff is changeable. I'm not locked in at the very beginning of the game, though most of the time I would just leave it anyway. And then I can choose songs. Once I have songs, I can choose songs in here, and I can sell them if I want. So instead of keeping a song and performing it for myself, I can write a song and sell it. And of course, when you start out and your writing sucks, you're not going to sell it for much. But hey, it's a way to make some money. So yeah, you can sell songs in the choose gig list here. And then we'll go into props and band placement in a few minutes. But this is the side we really need to start on. And this is advertising and getting our bandmates. So we need a hiring budget. The higher this budget is, the more advertising we'll do, and the more guys we'll get. So let's just set it to 500 to start with. It's going to take a little bit of time to kick in, so like January 8th before it actually kicks in. So basically we're putting out a bunch of posters. And then we need to hire a bassist, guitarist, and vocalist. So we're going to start this ad campaign and then back out to here. See, it saves automatically. You don't manually save in this game. Anytime you make some sort of a change, it just saves it for you, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, you can't save scrub that way, and those of us that don't like the big mistakes may not like that, but I think it's just fine. So this is general information about your band and your relation to your different bandmates. And again, I could select my other band members if I had some. Just general info on your band and how many albums, fans, and all that stuff. And so I think they mean solidarity on this. But anyway, the more this is, the less tension is going to be gained from bad things, I think. And then this is just overall band tension. And then eventually you can get sponsors, it looks like. I haven't gotten that far in the game myself. We'll see if I get that far in this Let's Play. I don't know how many episodes I'm going to do. But I'll do at least a few, I'm sure. So just general info about songs and recordings, and if you have a current record deal. And then, details on each song, like the ratings, the quality, video clips, and what type of an album it was on, if any. So that's all good info. Here's just your general, Billboard top for your albums and songs. You can get an overview here of your finances, which is pretty cool. And then the rock store, or shop, I should say. But this is where I wanted to go next. I want to buy some props for the stage because these will help you out. So this one has a 2% potential stage vigor. So every time you do a performance or a recording, you get like a different ratings that you'll see in a few minutes. But these will help those ratings. They'll help you be a little bit better. So this is a 2%. This is a 3%. This is a 4%. So here's a $50 difference. I think I'm going to go with $200 one. I'm going to buy 2 of them. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but then I'm going to go to the speakers. It's the same basic concept. It's just speakers instead of amps. I think I'm going to go for the $200 as well. All right, so I just bought those things. Now, here's where I'm going to take a big gamble, and this could backfire and cause me to lose this Let's Play really fast. I don't know. I'm not going to do any promotions, but you can go in here and put up posters and all this stuff and get more fans to come to your shows and stuff like that. But I'm not going to do that yet. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to buy my first car. This is going to take up almost all my money, and probably something I shouldn't do. Look at that. Travel speed 3 minutes and 13 seconds per mile. That's pretty slow. But, we're going to get that. And the reason we want to get that is we want to be able to start traveling as soon as possible because as we saw on the map, there's only a few options in my local town. But in the other towns, I'll have other options like recording contracts and places to shoot videos for my songs and all that stuff. So the sooner I can start traveling, the better. However, now I'm really hurting for money. So I need to consider that. So what I'm going to do is once I get some band members, I'll start working on some money. And how I'm going to do that is you can click on your guy and you can busk, which is basically go out and perform on the streets and you get some money. So that's one way to make money, especially early in the game when you need it. I can practice the individual skills. I can write a song, or I can go in and do the editing and managing, which we've already seen through these menus. All right, so I think for my guy, one of the things I want to get built up early is songwriting. I want everyone to be good at it, but I think since I only have just him anyway, and I'm just basically waiting for my advertisements to kick in for my band members, I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to pop up the speed really fast, and he's slowly going to get experience. Oh, look at that. Well, I already got an event. These pop up a lot. While jamming out, you hear police sirens approaching in the distance. Turns out neighbors don't like your music. Will you turn down the volume? Hell no. I'm a rocker. Okay? The same cops return to your house only 30 minutes after they left. This time with paper and a pen, they want your autograph. I gained 7 local fans. Awesome. You always want more fans. So that's pretty cool, huh? And experience is going up in songwriting. Okay? And up here will be an exclamation point will appear when there's an event that's occurred that needs my attention. Something else. You have a single opportunity to take a $10,000 loan. You'll be required to pay off this loan at $1,000 per month with an interest rate of 50%. There's no way I'm going to pay $15,000 for a $10,000 loan. So no thank you. I appreciate the offer, though. Very kind. Well, sort of kind. So I'm just gaining songwriting experience while I'm waiting. And boom, right there. This popped up. Applicants are now available. So now I can go look at some applicants for bandmates. And it looks like I have 2 positions. Guitarist, Emily Potts. Okay? She's a perfectionist and a substance abuser. And unfortunately, they haven't done tooltips for these, but you can, anytime you want to know more information, you can hit escape and click on tutorial. So these are perks and traits. So we'll go down here and look at these. So her trait is she's a substance abuser. So a substance abuser has a chance per member that has the trait that a booked event will be canceled due to the absence of that member. So for band members, if one of them's a substance abuser, periodically you're going to have some events canceled, which is bad. But if you had substance abuser on like all 4, it's going to happen all the time, right? Because any one of those members could not show up to the gig basically and it'll be canceled. So I don't like that one at all. That's probably my least favorite one. Though you can see there's egotistical, which will cause tension gain events to occur between members. And then there's kleptomaniac, which will lose money. The band member will steal your money. And there's appealing trait, which causes random tension relief events to occur. So appealing is basically the opposite of egotistical. This is going to help relieve tension within the band. So that's a good trait. Looks like all the other 3 are bad traits. Perks, performer, 5% more money from gigs. That's pretty cool. Day job, $30 at the end of each day. That's pretty cool. Traveler, negative 10% tension gain from traveling applied after the solidity reduction. So that's good. So as you're traveling around, you're not going to get as pissed off of each other. Perfectionist, 10% recording quality for that band member. That's really good. I like that one. And that's the one that this person has. And then friend magnet gives you 2 fans per day in the city you're currently in. So the perks are all good. Traits, it looks like only one of them is good. The others are kind of bad. I personally don't like the substance abuser, and the stats on this person aren't very good. They are pretty cheap, though, at $187 a month. But poor Emily is my only choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reject Emily, and I'm going to search more later on. Okay, so we want good people in our band, people that we're going to like. All right, so we have 3 choices here. So here's Gail Shelton, $250 a month, has the performer perk, which is which one's that? That's not the one for recording. Oh, money from gigs. Okay, so 5% money from gigs on the performer perk. And this, clicking the tutorial here, is something that in the Let's Plays I watched on YouTube, no one ever did that. So no, they always were like, I don't know what this means. So I was so happy when I stumbled across that. Now, if you look at this, her musicality is really good. She's at a 21. She's at 13 songwriting. The 8 and 9. So her average is a 13 overall. So she's pretty good. And she has 1 positive perk. So not bad. She's definitely someone to consider. Let's look at Dominic. Okay. So Dom looks like is another female. $250 a month. Perfectionist perk, which is good. That means my recordings are going to be a little bit nicer. And a friend magnet, so I gain 2 fans at the end of every day in the city I'm in. So that's cool. Egotistical does mean that I'm going to get some tension randomly. Appealing means that's going to cancel that out, basically, because I'll also get some tension relief events. But then substance abuser. So I don't like Dom. Skills are pretty good, but I don't like Dom. So we're going to reject Dom. All right, so let's look at Quincy. Wow. All right, so $229 a month. Traveler perk, so that's the one that's 10% less tension as you travel, but a substance abuser. And I'm just not comfortable taking a substance abuser. So it looks like Gail's our best choice. And stat-wise, Gail's pretty good. Okay? I don't know that I like Gail's outfit too much, but I can change that later. So I'm going to go ahead and hire Gail. Okay? So I have a vocalist, but I still need my bassist and guitarist. So I'm going to pump my budget back up and start it over. And so we're putting out some more posters saying we still need some people. But now I have Gail here. So let's click on Gail and let's edit this character. I'll have her look the way she looks. That's fine. I don't like her shirt. She looks like a sweater type person, doesn't she? Although that's not a sweater, that's a sweatshirt. It's a hoodie. Jersey. Well, that's not bad. That looks like it could be something that she would wear. I like just the t-shirt, I think. What kind of a t-shirt would Gail? Yeah, that's it. Gail would wear a blue t-shirt. So we're going to go ahead and buy that for Gail and equip it. Okay, pants. I don't like the ripped up pants for Gail. She looks a little too homebody for that, even though it's a heavy metal band. So let's just clean up her pants here. So give her some clean pants. Shoes I'm fine with, and accessories, whatever. Okay. Instrument, I'm not going to spend money on that. That'll come later. All right, so we got me looking all metal and Gail looking like somebody's mom. Good mix. All right, so I'm going to have Gail. Let's see. What are Gail's stats here? I can't remember. Star quality could use improvement. I think I might just work on writing skill and just keep Gale going the same way that I'm going with this guy. So here's something that's cool, that's good to know. You left click on a person, right, like I did with the practicing writing a song. But here's something you can do. If you left click on a person and then you right click the choice, it makes the choice for everyone in the band. Okay, so like I click on Gale, I want to practice my writing skill. If I right click, now they're both doing it. So that's a quick, simple way to get that going. So I'm going to speed up time again and get this going. Again, I don't know if practicing my writing skill is the smartest thing to do right now, but I know that that's going to be important later on, so I'm just kind of picking it. All right, a strange stalking man approaches you. He asks, do you want to make a bet? $500 says I can land this backflip. Do you risk $500 and assume he's bluffing? I don't have $500 to spare, so unfortunately, no. But I gained some local fans. Well, that's cool. It's always a plus. All right, so I'm waiting. Hopefully I can get my other two bandmates and get things kicked off here. See day and night cycling out here. The vocalist of Creepy Squirt ran into you while you were out for your midnight stroll. He must have done something because you just got a ton of followers on Twitter. 47 fans. Wow, nice. Okay, so boom, right there. New bandmates to choose from. So hopefully we'll get some. All right, let's look at our guitarist first. Jamie Lee. She's a friend magnet. That's good. Extra 2 fans. And a perfectionist, so recording's good. Egotistical, not so good. Appealing cancels that out, but she's also a klepto. So I'm not too happy about her, but what's that? Leslie Paul. I like it, Les Paul. All right. Les Paul's a klepto, so for sure, no. So I have to decide, do I want to take Jamie, even though Jamie is a klepto? But I would gain fans, and she would do good in recording. I think I need to do it. I want to get my band going. So I think I'm going to take Jamie, even though all this stuff could go. Let's look at our bassists here. Enoch Bender. All right, substance abuser right there. Oh, look at the stats are pretty good, but no. Sebastian, no perks or traits. Stats are okay, an average of 8, which is about my average for my starting character. I think I'm going to take it, so I have a full band. All right, so I'm done. Yay! So we've got all our band members right there. Boom, boom. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Money's an issue. We owe $987 at the end of the month, and we're almost halfway through the month already. So I'm going to cancel, and then I'm going to tell everyone to busk so that I start making money out on the street. Ooh. While reviewing the spam section of your inbox, you notice a familiar name, Spoopify. A well-known music radio website seems to have contacted you in hopes of getting your interest early on. It may be a good idea to do business with them in the future. Interesting. So evidently they'll have music streaming. All right, your fame has granted you access to a new city. So I've already got enough fans that now I can travel to Escanaba. So let's take a quick look. Return to the map. So right there, I can travel over here now. And if you go here, there's a different place, a Racing Pony pub, where I can do gigs. I could set up gigs. There's a place to eat, and then there's a place to get drugs. Definitely not drugs. Awesome. And I could travel there if I wanted to. I'm not going to go there yet, but it's cool to know that I have a new city unlocked. So that's how you unlock the cities, is by gaining fans. And see, I'm gaining fans constantly because of these guys. Right. And I'm making a little bit of money, so that's good. Now, it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to kind of get me by. I want to make sure I can pay all my expenses. But we're going to start working on writing some songs and stuff and move on to some of the more advanced parts of the game now that we have a full band. However, we're not going to be doing that in this episode because, unfortunately, we have come to the end of our time. So if you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. And if you haven't subbed yet, click the subscribe button. Don't forget to share about this game if it seems appealing to you. And please watch the next couple. You'll get to see a lot more stuff about the game in the next couple videos. But thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.